And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream special. And I had some internet issues earlier, and that is why I was not able to get on. And I was able to go over next door and get the Wi Fi thing situated where the Wi Fi is. Shout out to Bubbles the cat. And he'll be talking a little bit in the background, but I may get to him in a moment. But I will. He is doing good. So basically, I'll be switching over to the other view so everybody can see me. All right, here we go. Now we're switching over, and I will warn that the internet might be a little bit rocky, a little bit shaky, so I don't know how well. Maybe it will work. It could have problems possibly, but I am here. I am here, and yeah, shout out to Bubbles. And he likes to talk a lot. So basically, I will be, as I said, the reason why I'm late is because the internet next door was, that's where it is. It was not working, and I then went to tell my grandpa to have it reset, and I don't know if he did it. He was supposed to, but he didn't for some reason. And I went over there, made sure everything was going right, and I got it fixed. The router needed to be reset. It, seeing the cringe today from Baker, I must have caused the internet not to be wanting to be on. So unfortunately, I was late, but here I am, and I'm glad that I'm here with you all now. I'll be playing the game and talking about the different stuff in the beginning, and then I will be doing the stream as we usually do. Alright, so the game is loading. Okay. Alright, so we are starting an hour later than I thought we would start. And I'm going to basically put something in the chat. Earlier, the internet had a problem, but fixed. Checking the cat for a second. Second. All right. Hopefully fixed. Hopefully fixed. Now, the cat, I'm going to go and check on the cat real quick, but before I do that, I will put it to this other area where it could be seen, the game. All right, this is the game. Okay. All right, hopefully the internet is back. All right, I'm not too sure what could be heard of me or not because the internet is being shaky. Perhaps, but hopefully it will come back on and do what it usually does. So basically, I'm going to be talking from over there. The internet might be, hello Fortune, hello Zero, glad you're here. And we've seen the cat for a moment, but let's go and pet him for a second, and I'll be talking from over there now. I'm going to play the game when we're stepping away from the computer for a moment, but I will still be able to be heard as long as the internet persists to be there. All right, so basically, everybody, the today in the trial chat, I was watching the different testimony. I was watching Baker's testimony, and with Baker's testimony, it was extremely cringe, and also it was the prosecutor. She did an amazing job scorching and roasting him. She did very well. And as the stream persists, as we have different people come through, I will continue to talk about it because perhaps although I started an hour a little bit later than I expected, we will be talking about it with them as well. But so basically, Baker did his testimony today. It was very heated, and they got in fights, and he was acting like Darrell Brooks, Relly, and a little bit like Woody and all those different people. So today was quite an active day with the trial chat. And for all those people that are coming in, if I'm able to be heard, and the internet is working, I was a little bit delayed because the internet had a problem. Also, I'm petting the cat for a moment while he eats, while I talk on the stream, and I'll be doing the game when I come back in a moment. So basically, that is what happened, and the chat was on fire, and the judge was letting the prosecutor cook. So basically, Monica was accused of having Baker, along with Baker as accomplice with him, having him kill the husband, Fabio, and she was trying to act like she wasn't really upset about it. Well, she was acting upset, but trying to act like she didn't like Baker. That's what I want. That's what I meant. Trying to dissociate herself from him. There's hilarious new lines and stuff today. It was comedy gold. Because Baker is just a saggy piece of mold. All right. And also, during the trial at some point, the internet had a problem, and I thought it was fixed, but it wasn't fixed, so I went over and had the router reset. So it might be going in and out a little bit. Maybe, I'm not too sure. I have to go back and check it. But basically, that is what was going on with the trials. I'll be continuing to talk about as I play the game. I'm about to be there in a moment. Alright, so we walk you back now, because the cat looks like he did his thing. And alright, so you can't hear me from that distance. Okay, well, I did my best. That's all I could do, at the time. Oh well. So, I don't mind repeating myself from before, but so basically what happened was there was an internet problem earlier, and I believe that I went and fixed it. It might still be a little bit glitchy, and today the trial happened, and with the trial, basically, it was Baker testifying. So maybe I was not be able to be heard before, so now I will talk. So basically, with Baker, he was the person that murdered Fabio. And I'll look at your ship at some point, Zero. I have to repair this one right now. Yeah, I'll come to your ship. And also, as I said, I fed Bubbles. He likes to be talkative, but I fed him. So basically, what happened was Baker was the one that murdered him, and they did the attack on Fabio, and he pled guilty to it. He pled no contest. Then with Monica, she was acting like she didn't like him and trying to act like he was on the, crying about it. Okay, thank you, Zero. Thank you. Trying to act like emotional, but she has crocodile tears. Yeah, and his testimony, may have not been heard before, but his testimony was very cringe. The prosecution did an amazing job at nailing him and roasting him. I really appreciate what she did today. And yeah, he was just this saggy Timu troll. He was just completely disgusting. And we were very excited. So it first started where Kathy Rusin of the chat of the Law and Crime, she was like, you know what? He was going to come, the other day. And he was talking about his testimony and what he did, and he's a vile, disgusting person. So he was accused of and found guilty of doing stuff with an underage girl. Also, he married her later when she got older, it seems, allegedly, they were saying. And they're saying the names, and he was very triggered that the names were being said. Because, he was like, he did not want the names being said, and the names were being said anyway. Like Vanessa, and he was very triggered about that. And it's because he didn't want them to be called out for ethical reasons. Alright. But she was not holding back on him. She was getting him good. Alright. She was getting him good with no mercy. And she was not going to tolerate that. Alright. Now, Zero, my ship is repaired. We'll go and put it out there, and I'll go board it. I'm going to go land this ship over somewhere. Okay. I'm going to go sail it to Cuba and land it. Alright. I'm going to board it. Nice ship. Now this is a nice a Galilean. This ship is very nice. It's a little bit slower, but it's still a cool ship. I like it. I haven't piloted one of these in a very long time. I may have not said this before, but you may be watching from anywhere around the country or the world, and I really appreciate everybody. And the issue with the internet was the router needed to be reset. It's a level 3 ship. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Go over to get these little smaller ships and go over to the different islands. Alright, so basically, he did the murder of Fabio Santelli, and Baker worked in pornography. I said like a code word of it. But he insisted that it's called adult entertainment. And they kept saying over, he's like, adult entertainment. And I liked the way she was not tolerating his nonsense. And as I said, and it was clear that so what we know is true is that Monica was having her lover, Baker, plan this plot to delete her husband. That's how he knew, because he had to go there at a certain time. And then when he would go at a certain time, he had the other person, Austin, with him to go do this plot. So that is what happened. But he was trying to at first downplay her role in it and saying that he did it because he loved her and he wanted to be with her instead. And we know now that Fabio fought back. And people are very sad about this. And I think it's sad too, but at least he fought back and he wasn't just going to cower away, that he tried to fight. And he was stabbed, it was a bloody mess, and it was just very evil, you know, this evil scene. And then there's this part where she was like, he was angry, she was angry at him because, and called him a fucking killer. And everybody was laughing because it was like, that is what you're upset about. You know, that's the worst thing he'd be called, but him deleting Fabio, that was the thing that was the most horrid thing. Hello, Eugene. I was supposed to be an hour earlier, but the internet went out a little bit earlier, and I thought that Gramps reset the. I thought he was supposed to do the router, but that was not done like I thought it was, or may have needed to be done twice. So I had to go over there, and he was very helpful, very cooperative, and he helped. He worked with me on getting the internet fixed. So as I said, he helped me. It was just that it needed some extra attention. So that's unfortunate. I'm an hour late, but here we are. Eugene, I hope that you're doing well. And let's see. All right, we're going to go this way. Scared. The internet may be still a little bit rocky, though. It may have its own issues, but we'll see how it all plays out. Okay, here we are. We're going to be fighting the ship. Understood, Eugene. Understood. Alright, this thing's built like a tank. That's what it is. Alright, shout out to Zero that's helping out. Okay, we're going to go and take this out. Okay, then we're going to go this way. Oops. I fired too early. Alright. Shout out to all of you. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, it's just the ship's a little bit slower. That's why we don't really use them. Okay. That's why we don't really use them. So I have to get used to this again because they're very, very slow. Hello, Bubbles. Shout out to you. I'll go. Alright. Alright. And they're going after me. I'm scared. Alright. I have obsessed with my story outline. I haven't been writing music. Well, that's good that you write music. That's really good. I'm glad that you're doing that. Alright. And shout out to Bubbles. That's, very talkative. And I might periodically go over there and, pet him. But basically, I'm here. So yeah, so Monica Cementelli, she's still on trial, and all right, we're gonna be landing this ship. It's like a turtle. Not that it's a bad ship, but it's all right. We're gonna have to go back here, out here. Anyway, so yeah, Baker was on the stand, and he was the one that did the thing. Okay. Hello, Toby Walker. I'm so glad that you're here. Hello there. Landing the ship. Now this. Okay. Now Zero. I don't have to land the ship if you don't want me to. I can still keep going. All right. Let's have the ship repaired. I'll keep going. Or we might have to dock because we might lose the ship. Okay. Uh oh. Uh oh. Might have to dock. I don't know about this. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. You're good. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to go catapult. Catapult. Hello, Amanda. I'm so glad to see you. All right, everybody that's coming in. I was delayed because of there's an internet problem. And Toby, if you got that piece of art, I hope that it's going well, and I'm sure it looks very good. And basically, I I was delayed because of an internet problem, and it was solved. And here we are, but it might be a little bit rocky. So today in the Monica Simontelli trial, Baker took the stand, and he was so vile and disgraceful. So the prosecution, she did an amazing job. She roasted him and brought up everything from his past and all the crimes that he committed during his time. And he was shown no mercy, and he was very, and they go in detail about the stuff that they did, the sexual stuff that they did. Completely was shown no mercy over it. And I really was glad to see him being put in his place. I really like that. Yes, the ship's pants are on fire like Rob Baker. This one is a very nice ship, but it's a little bit slow. But it's good in other ways. It's good. The ships have different power ups and things, and but it's still a nice ship. It's a cool ship, and we're getting it repaired. But it's a certain technique. It's been a long time since I piloted these things. But yeah, so Baker, he was on the stand. She was talking about all the stuff that they did and asking him specifically, "Were you pleasuring yourself? Were you pleasuring yourself during the call with Monica?" And he said he was just like, "Probably, maybe. I don't really remember." You see, we have Woody and Relly that say, "I don't recall," and you have this dude that's saying he doesn't remember. Oh yeah, he squirmed, and also there's a controversial thing that she did where she talked about Vanessa, the woman that he was with. He was like with this underage kid, then he married her when she got older, and yeah, he was not liking that. He said, "Don't say the names, man. Don't say the names." And he was extremely triggered about this. And then if there's a point where he's like, "I'm not answering. I'm not answering." He was like being like Darrell Brooks, and they had to go for a break for a moment while he had to go and lecture him about why he shouldn't be doing that, why he has to answer the questions. And then she kind of like buttered it up a little bit. And all right, thank you, Zero, thank you. And go catapult a little bit forward. Then we're gonna go and fight this thing. Yeah. So my take on it is that he was very embarrassed and he felt very uncomfortable. But I'm sure that Baker and all the creepy things he did with women and all the perverted, he's like a type of Epstein person. He reminds me of Epstein and Weinstein. That's who he reminds me of. Like, I'm sure that there's Baker's Island. I'm sure he was on the island. Like, that's what this guy's like. And he was trying to downplay Monica's role in it at first, but then as we see today, it seems like the goose is cooked for Monica, that her ship is sinking, that basically she was downplaying Austin's role and was completely in favor of, like that Austin was like a lookout. He wasn't really doing anything too bad, but he was an accomplice, so he was doing something very bad. And then what happened next was, Monica, how would he know the time when he was alone, where Fabio was alone? Because the vile Monica told him what Fabio was doing and where he would be at. So that is just marvelous. And hello, Miranda. I'm glad that you're here. Good to see you, my friend. We sunk the ship, everybody. We sunk the ship. Yay! And I did a maneuver that planes do when they're flying over water. I did a certain maneuver. They'll fly over land, as much land as possible when they're going over an ocean or a water plane, because they want to avoid a crash. That's why I was bouncing between islands very closely if we had to make a crash landing, and it worked. Hey, sorry yesterday wasn't good for me trying to recoup today. Oh, okay. I hope that, you get better. And yeah, C0, it doesn't matter what level they are, in my opinion, completely. It matters how fast they could go. That's what Sam told me. It was about how fast the ship can go. You're watching on two devices. Oh, you're watching it on both. Scared. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And Toby, I see you said something. Okay, I'm gonna address you. Toby says I didn't think there was any good reason that those women's names needed to be brought up, but his protecting them seems odd. It's his only moral act. Understood. And I think that the reason the prosecution did that was to show, kind of like, she is very ruthless and she shows no mercy. And that may be a con about her, but it's basically her saying that if he wouldn't have done the crimes, their names wouldn't be brought up. And if he wouldn't have done those things, they wouldn't be brought up. And I understand that they may need to be protected, but there are other, that could be a con about her, but there's good attributes to her that she will roast him and not let him go. She's going to make sure that he'll pay for what he did. And I understand that maybe they should have been brought up, but, he didn't have to do the crime, but I see what you're saying. And everything has their pros and cons to it, but I am glad for the positive attributes of her. That she nailed them in a coffin. She really got him good, but yeah, the names could have been concealed. And it's good if he has some moral standings to him where he would want the names to be concealed, because there are people out there that might try to harass them and stuff like that. Like, there's certain names and stuff I don't say for those reasons, but I didn't commit a crime. But I see what y'all are saying. Kathy Smith was very upset about it. But I still like her regardless, and I'm glad that she did not let him go. She brought up the sexual stuff that he did. She brought up it had him describe in detail the actions that he did with her, and, it was very heated. It was a very heated debate. And it was very spicy because Kathy Rusin was saying it was going to be very spicy and that we would be, have to be ready for that. And it was. It was very spicy. Oh, okay, got hit a little bit. No big deal. All right. All right. This ship is really cool. All right, so I'm coming back in. It's been a little bit choppy, but I'll be coming back. So Toby says, which I may reread it when it gets better. She says there was a case of a hot car death where the conviction was thrown out because Bring and Dad's sexting was prejudicial. I don't want to see that happen with Monica. I understand. So you think that it's possible that she got too harsh and got too overconfident and she could have done something that could jeopardize the case? Understood, but I still think that she's gonna be thrown out, being found guilty. So I think, I think basically what you're saying, Toby, that it could be prejudicial. Now the judge did allow it, but maybe he's like a referee, something that's allowed, and hopefully that doesn't happen. But I see both sides, and hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. But I still think she did an amazing job. But she could, have like she doesn't have any filters, which is a good thing in a way. Hello, stranded co-pilot. I was a little bit late because of an internet issue. Well, I'm glad that you're keeping up with it, Miranda. With the Daybell trials, Cringe. Steve, I'm not familiar with the double rainbow reaction, or if that's something that I did. Can you be more specific there? But I hope you enjoyed it. But anyway, hello, Rebecca. There is some internet, but thank you, Steve, for your what you would call. My mind's being a little bit Timu-fied right now. A little bit. Okay, so I'm thankful for your take on whatever I did, whatever it is. Thank you. Hello there, Rebecca. I'm glad that you're here with us. I see Zero about the ship. It's doing very good. Toby says, "I yes, I think the explicitness of the prosecutor may come back to bite her on appeal a few years from now." Okay, understood. And Toby, I know about stoicism and stuff, and I learned a lot about it. And not that you would necessarily like. I'll get to my point. Is that I understand it's good for people to not cause a problem where it backfires. Her case would backfire. That she could still be zealous and roast him and get him to expose his crimes, but with also having boundaries of and filters. For instance, Toby, I read this thing called The Art of War, and it talks about how blind bravery will cause a man to fight like a mad bull, and it could cause him to be led into an ambush and slain. And I think what you're saying is applicable in that situation, because if she's acting too much like a mad bull and too zealous to where she's not having the proper filters, it could cause the case to backfire on her. and to be put into an ambush. So I think that it is a good point that you're saying that it's something to be cautious. And I, as a man, understand that principle. And may I not fall into that trap. And I know better, at least. I have to see what Zero says. Um, my partner in crime. I'll say dock and fill up your ship. Okay, okay. We'll dock, and I'll go put my ship out. But Zero, I like this ship. You know, it's very nice, and this is what they use to come to the Americas with. And it's a good ship to fight. It really takes out the enemy quick, but a very cool ship. Okay, we'll dock. Toby says Lori's going to be fun to watch. She's going to get format down, but use it to against some crazy shield. All right. Anybody that gets a wrench, you know, it's so that people don't try to block you. All right, there we go. Oh, I like fighting. I fought this thing before. Uh oh. Ah. You see, I've gotten that thing before. It's okay, Zero. It's okay. I'm not much into true crime, guy, but I've been following this case where this 32-year-old was locked in a room by his stepmom for 20 years. It's insane. I have heard about stories like that. Those are insane, I know. Oh, yeah, the blind courage thing you're talking about. I was talking about, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's okay, Zero. And in some situations, it's always good to take a risk. The biggest risk is taking none. A wrench with a wrench and a pirate ship. Yes. All right. Toby, Lori didn't get the DP. It couldn't be put on the table because the special evaluations couldn't be done and guarantee her speedy trial. So it's just life without parole. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I had so basically what we're talking about. So I want to say that so Baker today was on the stand. It was very heated, and I in chat were roasting him beyond comprehension, putting the hater in suspension. She, the prosecutor, grabbed his nuts, hung him upside down, put him on blast, and put him in suspension. Hopefully, they don't appeal and get him a pension. Today was an epic time, explicitly. A pat on the back, a bow on top. He was in detention. Hello, y'all. Hello, Lauren and Moki. There is Wi Fi turbulence. That's why I'm late. And there could be Wi Fi turbulence, hypothetically. And everybody, we're giving our takes on what happened today with Baker. Yeah, we need the flintlock emoji. We'll get that in the future for the other website. So basically, today, Baker was being roasted. Yeah, the Strand, you need to reload your page because I think you're behind. But yeah, she was Yeah, he jumped over me, yes. All right, my take. So there's a controversy about her mentioning the names of people. And she was doing a spicy job at roasting Baker, Baker today. And she was asking him questions like, what kind of kinky stuff did they do? Hello, Blue. Good to see you. She shaved his initials and pubes. That's true. My thing kind of glitched out earlier, Blue, with the email. My email got overloaded, but I'll go and look at it later. Thank you. I saw your message though, Blue. I did see your message. I have to go back and later and respond to you. All right. Shout out to Bubbles. I might go over there and pet him, but he likes to talk sometimes. But I did feed him. We'll have to go and maybe necessary to pet him. So basically, Baker was completely roasted, and people have controversy. Go out for the legendary ship. I'll think about it, Zero. I'll think about it. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I want to go after the legendary ship. I know what you mean. I was being dumb for a second. Okay, I know what you mean. Eugene, I hope that you're doing well and feel better soon. All right. So with the ship, what happened today was I was roasting Baker along with everybody else. She was mentioning the names of people that he knew, that he was involved with the underage girl that he was involved with. And I think now personally, I was just like, I like her logic was that if he didn't do the crime, their names wouldn't be being exposed. And what Toby and the other ones are saying is that if he didn't go and like it could cause a during the appeal, it might cause his case a problem during the appeal. And basically, like I was saying for the Art of War, if somebody fights like a mad bull, they can be brought into an ambush and then slain. So I think basically it was like I can understand her logic, but at the same time, I like what she did. She shaved his pubes and busted his nuts and kicked him up and down the block. She did an amazing job with him. But also, I could see where if she had filters in some situations, maybe it would cause damage to the case. But as I said, this man was looking like the backside of a ball sack. Like, that's what this man was looking like. He was completely drenched in shield. Yes, that was epic. All right. Scared. Moki said he SA'd his wife, 14-year-old, went to prison for it, and then made prawn with the victim when she was 20. Exactly, Moki. And that's why I think it was good it was pointed out. But there's people who are debating about if the name should have been said or not. But yeah, it was extremely, you know, roasted, and he was roasted and toasted. And you know what? Another thing is that I was watching as Baker was being asked the questions about the activities he did with Monica, and he also knew when he was alone to go and attack him. And he, after he murdered him, he wanted to make it look like a robbery. And with the robbery, he was very desperate for that. He was in the military, and he was discharged for the creepy, spicy things that he did. And Moki says the names weren't necessary. You see, she was getting very zealous. Like, look, for instance, Steele from YSL. Now, this is what I want to do. Steele from YSL. He roasted. He roasted the judge. He was very good at what he did. And I think that he did an excellent. Steele did an amazing job without crossing the line too much. Even when he was held in contempt, he stayed in his boundaries. So hopefully that doesn't cause the case to be backfired. Cali girl, good to see you. Well, I'm glad that you're able to catch it. I'm glad you're here with us. And we'd like to know your take on the matter, too. All right. Now, Zero. This. All right. So, basically, as I was saying, let's see over here. Have Bubbles with me right here. All right, we're doing with this pirate right here. All right, okay. Yeah, so I brought Bubbles here for a second. Shout out to him. And Toby says we need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Monica was involved in the planning of the crime. Her crotch pics are relevant, but they'll inflame the jury. Yeah, I think what she was trying to do is get a shock value, a reaction. And then Moki says Toby true. But the fact that she stayed with him after he pled is very incriminating. I agree. I agree. Now, I'm going to Doc after this because I want to like see his cat for a moment. All right, so come on. Yeah, so that's what I think, and basically, with the he was completely roasted, and he was completely cringe what he did, and he was in Germany, then he came over here, and then she went and was annihilated. He went over here, then he did the weird stuff here that he was out of the military because of what he did in 1995. Yes, those picks also. All right, I'm going to Doc for a moment. Let's see. In a moment. So basically, Moki says Toby, it's not the bleeping in texting itself, but that she was doing it after she knew Fabio was deleted. Yeah, because you see, Toby, it means that she was an accomplice to it, and that she wanted him deleted so she could be with Baker. That was the point of it. Also, what she wanted to do was she wanted to get Baker connected. Like, so basically, Baker waited until he was gone she waited a certain time to go and delete Fabio. And we can tell that it's absolutely absurd to for him to be at the right place at the right time, so he had to have known from inside sources where to go. Moki is very incriminating, but her boobs just show poor character. Plenty of girls flash their boobs, but don't plan to murder their husbands. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think she knew either. All right, I'm going to still be here. Y'all can be talking about the case. I want to try to talk from a distance. I don't know how much y'all will be able to hear me though, so just keep that in mind. But I'm gonna be like a little bit across the room. And then Toby says, "Yes, the timing is important. The timing of any contact will be important, even if they were fully clothed in churchgoers." Right on. Right on. All right, I am going to be across the room, but y'all still talk about the case. Y'all still talk about it. You know, I'm still. All right, so I'm not too sure how well y'all could hear me or not, but so basically, what happened was with Monica. I see what y'all are saying in the chat, and I think that's very good points that y'all are making. And also, I think that it's important to not to stay in boundaries to make sure without a reasonable doubt that Monica was guilty, and if there's some sort of shock value that can happen, that can go and show the chat, the chat and the jury, that she was doing these crazy things by having Baker delete Fabio, her husband. So I think that it's important, for that to be shown, and I'm glad that she was not going to be easy on him or let him get off the hook, but she was going to nail him very good. At the same time, showing too much of not having enough boundaries could lead the case into an ambush, and hopefully it doesn't cause a problem during appeals, because we do not want her getting off the hook. And I think that he certainly is the dark triad, a psycho or sociopathic type person, and him wanting to conceal the privacy of the other victims that he had, I think that could be the only moral thing he has, but he certainly seems like he has it all, pretty much. He looks like, the saggy meme. Like, there's a meme that you have in there. There's a blue thing in there. And the blue thing in there, a little face, that's what his face looks like. And I'll be going back to the chat to see what y'all are saying, and when I'm able to, in a moment, won't be long. Yeah, so basically, I think that she did very good, and I'm glad that she roasted him and was able to show the jury this diabolical scheme. Because remember, there's something I want to point out that cannot, stress enough, is that she knew where he was going to be, and then told Baker where she was going to be at, where he was going to be at to do the deletion. And also, we feel that he was downplaying the role of Austin. And I think that, as I said, hopefully it doesn't backfire, but I'm glad that she was zealous in her prosecution. But then again, understandably, hopefully it didn't go overboard and backfire, though. Yeah, and Baker needs Jesus, as they say. As the cool kids say. And I remember it was very spicy in chat. Chat was very enthused by what was going on. It was a lot of drama. More, so much drama, more than for a llama. Yeah, so that's what I think, the case is that it's good to see Baker on the stand because a lot of us didn't know for certain if Baker would be on the stand. And other people said that he would not be on the stand. And I am glad to see that Baker's there to be, to expose himself and to expose Monica as the culprit. I still think that Monica had it plotted out, but sometimes it seems that he's trying to say that he just had the thought on his own. And also she was saying that she thought he was an effing murderer. And she was trying to distance herself from Baker. Alright. The cat is done. I'm going to put him over here. Shout out the bubbles. Alright. Okay. So I was petting the cat, and I was with the cat while he was eating. That's where I was. I was not taking a dump. What happened was the cat was eating, and he needs somebody to sit with him while he eats because he has nervousness about him. And so I was petting the cat while he was eating his food. And I said before I left that I had to, and it was a funny jokes chat, but I had to feed the cat and sit with him and pet him while he ate. And it was a funny joke though, but in all seriousness, I would never talk while I'm in the bathroom on a stream. I wouldn't even, do that. But it's still funny though. I understand the joke. It was funny. And Toby says a lot of people, I'm just an alien clown. That's what I am. Lots of people at Woodstock took their clothes off. It's all out of context. It's all context, right? And it doesn't take much music performance wise for me to take my shirt off. I'll basically slut it out of my band. If I read the word slut wrong, it's just that the letters are very small. And because of my band, I love music. Eugene, why would your girlfriend flash Gwen Stefani? Lauren, I think that he knew maybe I just can't wrap my head around the mother having a pedo around her teen daughter, but I didn't think that she knew. So I have to agree with you in the case of the parents and the visions. Okay, Moki, I agree. No way she knew that was too much Pedro. All right. All right, I'm all caught up. Yes, I know that y'all knew. I know that y'all knew. And as I said, I acknowledge that it was a joke, Moki. I was just making myself clear for the people in the back. That's all. I know. Alien, we know you would never, but I can't promise I won't joke about petting the cat. Uh, Moki, as I said, I know your humor and I know what you meant. I just like to make myself clear. But at the same time, I play along with the joke also. But I want to make myself clear about it. I don't mind. Well, you know what I mean by petting the cat. By petting a pussy cat. You know what I mean? It's our inside secret. It's our inside joke between us. But said Moki, I don't mind the chat. Y'all are hilarious. Chat's hilarious. And I understood it. Alien Robert pets the cat while watching Law and Crime. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure. Oh yeah, I understand that. Yeah, cuz he's interested in that. And I like petting the cat, but I had to do it while I was doing the stream. I just couldn't help myself. Moki, I couldn't help. I had to pet the cat while doing the stream. I was not, I have all these amazing, wonderful people over here, and I'm just like, you know what? I see all the faces coming in. I'm like, I gotta go and pet the cat. And y'all wink, wink. And I was done. I had to come over here after relieving Scared. I see Miranda, I see Moki, and Lauren, everybody. I'm like, oh, good lord, I have to pet the cat. They were not gonna show me mercy. And I'm talking about this woman busting the balls of Baker today, and I just had to go pet the cat. It was just too many amazing women. I had to go do it. Shout out the chat. Yeah, so the cat is hanging out over there watching the stream, and he is satisfied, and his hunger is quenched. It's quenched. The hunger is quenched. Scared. Yeah. It's like, and then it's like one of my friends, it was like, we got Rebecca here, and she was chilling with me. I went live until the sun came up. And my other friend, it was her birthday, I knew from school. I'm like, all right, it's like too much. I could only retain myself for too long. And then you got Baker talking about adult entertainment and all the stuff that he was doing. And it's like, come on. It's like, a man's willpower only went so far. This game is too accurate. Yeah. Steve said, my dogs are sensitive too. They're going to take them out. Be right back. Hilarious. I wonder whether Monica was even really a straight wife and mother, or if she was just a sociopath from the beginning. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Shout out to all of y'all. This chat is on fire, and I'm really appreciating y'all. Y'all are on fire. It's like, this is the after party, the Law and Crime after party. Yeah, this is the after party. I was tempted to join the stream, but it was a bad night after the Red Moon phase ended. Other places, I heard pew-pews. Shots in the distance. Well, oh yeah, I understand. When I was going live, I saw zombies walking around. It was like Thriller. Like Michael Jackson's Thriller. And I had to... the saw emoji. And yeah, so that's what I was, I was seeing that, and chat was seeing the zombies too. So, but I'm all seriousness, I understand what you mean. Switch captain, okay. Monica likes to master Baker with spearmint. Okay, I'm done with my bad jokes. My apologies. Oh, I mean, she likes to master Baker, and she likes to do it in globular motion like this. And she grabs herself and goes, ah. That's what she likes to do. She likes to. It's like he got Fabio. He's tall and nice and has a cool beard, and it's like he could make any man go gay. That man's like a dude was a very handsome, cool dude, and he's a hairdresser, and she goes with this saggy uh, vermin thing. This like he looks like a dying possum. Like a possum that's like limping around. That's what he looks like. But he was able to charm her, and he talked the talk, he walked the walk, and he jerked the jerk, and Master Bakered himself. So that's what he did. And also, there's a scene where she was talking about taking off the clothes. He was like this. What I told her to do is to take off her clothes. And he's all hunchback, and he's like, like this. Moki said, that's what I keep trying to tell people, Alien. Maybe just on Fridays or even Saturdays, when no trial, you can replay in the trial chat. That's a good idea. Thank you. I'll certainly will be doing that. Yes. Toby says, we've always needed a Law and Crime after party, but Law and Crime wants to monetize everything, and they couldn't figure out how to monetize their community. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Lauren. She said, give him a break. He was just jailing. Oh gosh. Oh god. Alright, so what I have to do now is I have to go and take this off because I am so like these ladies in this chat and in this conversation is making me. I'm so burnt. I'm getting boiled over here because of Baker. Because of this, what she did to Baker earlier in this after party. Oh yeah, I'm really feeling it. Scared. Oh, the weather is bad where you are. Oh yeah, understood. Hopefully, that gets straightened out. But thank you for being here or when you're here. Okay. Well, this is really cliche. Oh, I'm feeling it. Baker needs to be given a break because he was just jailing. Monica Santelli is who he was just nailing. Bro was talking loud and was just nailing. Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. It's like, Eugene, good night. Nerves about being shot. Oh yeah, I'm getting animated. I'm even okay. All right, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hold on. Yeah, I'm really feeling it. All right, so yeah, so basically she was confronting him about what he was doing about master bakering, about having a math debate, and he said that he was just jailing. So him just jailing. Yeah, I'm feeling everything now, Zero. I'm feeling everything good. I'm feeling everything. Yeah, and also this shirt is a St. Patrick's Day shirt, by the way. And also, thank you, Toby. I see what you're saying. I'm going to respond to it. All right, so they've always tried to take advantage. Moki, they've had years to take advantage of their built-in community. They were paying Addie until they realized they didn't need her. If I was young, Alien's age, I'd be on it. Well, thank you for the good point. Thank you for the good point. Yes, he was having a math debate. Math is difficult, yeah, and he had to go and relieve himself from all the stress. Well, you'll see Monica, and they're moaning with each other on the jail calls. And also, Toby, I love connecting people together. And on YouTube, Toby, people you're with in chat, a lot of the people that you don't know were from other channels that I was on. There's tons of people I know from other channels I brought here from all over YouTube. So I was always a guest on live streams and I brought them here. For instance, Liberty was from Smoke and Scan. So is Miranda. So I like bringing people together and connecting people. And that's what I do with this YouTube channel. I always just was passionate about it. And I love the mission of, in Law and Crime, I feel that it's unfortunate if a company or a group wants to capitalize off things. I understand people have to pay the bills, but my mentality, you gotta understand, for free, although I do get subscribers, and I heard people to the channel and talk about my alien theories and things there, and I never ask for anything and I don't want anything. I go there and I am so passionate about the cause of law and crime. I just feel obliged to go and be there, and I learn new things. And I wanted to go there and help out in the chat and be there for my friends, because Pam, she really liked me in the chat when she used to be there, and she wanted me to come and stay around. Then I made friends with all of her friends, and here I am, and I'm very well liked there. So yeah, I just feel like when I go to bed at night, I just feel that creating something wonderful or contributing to something wonderful matters the most to me. And that's why I like, in the chat, being there, doing my part in it. And I like the idea of people seeing trials in the legal system of the United States, because other countries don't have that over there, all over the world. They don't have that, but America does, because our country, the way it was founded, and our main goal. Blue says, don't get me started on women, science, and how important the history is. So that was my goal and my point, is that I wanted to do my part. I do other things too besides law and crime, like being in the chat. But yeah, that's my main thing I've done so far. And I think about, if it's the last day of my life, would I do the thing I'm about to do? And I think the ads that are displayed on the page, it's also YouTube's fault too. I think that's not a good user experience. It's not, I think that it's good to have people to view the trial and to be concerned with the user experience. Like, that's my thing. It's not about making money. What is the user experience on a platform? And there's good things about law and crime and the user experience, but it's not about making money per se. It's about having a good user experience. I can't emphasize that enough. So people want to make money and they can't want to make a monopoly off of it. Yeah, there's certain things you can make money off of and monopolize off of. There's banking and stuff, and that's very controversial. I'm in a little bit of a fix here, but we'll get out of it. But so basically, if you're having a user, like a computer, you're having some sort of a platform, a social media platform, or people are using something. That's how people originally created stuff when they were making platforms. Or people were building something, like Facebook was built to connect the people together with the college students, and Twitter was created for something similar to like connect, different, have a platform to connect people. But I think people have lost the way and they're just monopolizing now. People are just monopolizing off of it. So I think that the ads aren't really a great user experience. I think that, law and crime, if they're trying to monopolize off of the situation, I think that's inappropriate. But I do appreciate their streams and the people that I met there, and bringing those people to my channel was always an honor. But as I said, people think I'm nuts. All right, I sit there for just doing that thing because I'm just passionate about it. And like right now, I don't care if I'm monetized or not, which I will be. The stream at some point will be monetized where I'll get super chats. That will happen at some point. My channel will be monetized in general. And y'all watching the streams and participating in it has helped so much. Y'all are the spaceship. Y'all are where I am right now. Thank you all. But I will say, is like, I don't care what happens. Because life is too short, you know, because, you know, 100 years ago is 1925. I've been studying a lot about the Great Depression that will happen in 1930, or 2030 will be the anniversary of it. So I was, you know, people went through very hard things. And 100 years ago, they're not alive anymore, or at least I'd say most of them aren't alive anymore. Of people that were old, you know, older back then, 100 years ago would not be here. You know, 100 years from now, in 21, 25, a lot of us may not be here, unless that we have some sort of a, they figure out something. We may not be here. So that's why it's, you know, every day I'm like, what am I going to do today? I'm going to go to Law and Crime. There may be times where I may not always be there and do other, maybe other things might come up, but I always will be there as long as I live. So I'm glad at least here we could have our after party and be together and do our thing. And I'm glad that I was moved by these type of philosophies and not just seeing a piggy bank out of it. But no, like banking and stuff like that. And I think it's important for people to have that, you know, a good experience, and I'm glad that I'm able to do the after party thing and bring y'all here. Toby says Dan Abrams, who started Law and Crime, is 58 years old. He began as a reporter for Court TV, worked for NBC and ABC, and has made his living from crime reporting. He's totally in for game for profit. Well, okay then. I was not aware. And I will congratulate him for his perseverance that he was able to, because there's controversial YouTubers that I'm on that people have problems with. People have some problems with ABL, some things he does. People have problems with, you know, some people have said about, you know, Smoking Scan sometimes may have had a way about him. But shout out to all of them though, cool people. But, and basically, I will say congratulations that he was able to bring us Law and Crime. But I will say the constructive criticism that, yeah, I am not a fan of big media. I'm not a fan of mainstream media. And I think that for him being in for game or profit is not going to survive long. I'll tell you all a nice story. So there is this situation where Blockbuster was in it for the money. And Blockbuster was going downhill. But Netflix came around, and Blockbuster is in the graveyard. And they're in Oregon right now. Oh, good luck with the pool rooms, Miranda, but thank you for being here as long as you're able to be here. I'm glad that you're lurking around. So I think he is in for game and profit. And as I said, I'm not moved by that. If I make money in my future or not, it is what it is. And maybe I'll make more money. Who knows? But I think that to put the consumer in the user experience first. And also, Lauren says, I guess who isn't these days when it comes to big channels and networks? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Lauren. It's something across the board. And also with what Toby says, I realized that YouTube started out as a very anarchic. And I know what anarchism is, Toby. My cousin, peace be upon him, he passed away. But he was an anarchist, and I know all about it from him. And she says, I realized that YouTube started out as anarchic, but it became co opted by capitalism as everything eventually is. Oh, yeah, Toby, absolutely. That I believe our free market system is good. Like, I don't agree with communism and socialism, but you're right, Toby, that autocorrect, it makes insane everything is corrupted by capitalism. You see, Toby, and I'm not against a free market, and I'm personally not communist or socialist, but I do agree with you, Toby, that profits and people wanting to make money, they put that first, and that corrupted everything. I do agree with you, Toby, that we call it crony capitalism, and I believe that and big profits that is their main motivation. Because as I said, I like talking about entrepreneurs that I knew about from my life. And I like, for instance, there's quotes that Steve Jobs made that I like. And regardless of how it went, understood, Zero, have a good break. Basically, about focusing on the product and the consumer. That's very important. That's why these personal computers we use, like imagine if the computers we used that were created by Bill Gates, controversial people now, the CEOs that may be controversial, that when they're creating the computer, imagine if they were so focused on money only and they didn't make a good product. And if it was like how these channels are law and crime, it would just be completely cringe. So that's why it's good to focus on the user product and the experience and what the great innovations that are await us. So that's what I think is important for the future of this, the way we view trials and the way we view YouTube. So yes, Toby, I do agree with you. I agree. And money, they make money their god, Toby. So they make their god money. And that is not going to go anywhere. And Toby says everybody should know what anarchy is, just in case they have to take responsibility for themselves. Group get too big and individuals no longer matter. And also, Toby, like my cousin was telling me, so there's the A with a circle in it, and anarchy is the mother of order, as they say. And there's Leo Tolstoy, that was a philosopher, an anarchist philosopher. I know all about it. I studied all the political philosophies, including fascism and communism, Nazism. I studied everything. Yeah, so basically, I think that on the scale of a company or a business, especially something like YouTube, it should be more anarchical. And it should not be, like, for instance, Pirates of the Caribbean, the game we're playing, the East India Trading Company had a monopoly. It was the big tech of its day. And the way it took over, and the pirates had a fight for freedom in the movie and sort of in real life, depending how you view it. Like, those are the cronies right there that were fighting. So yes, I totally agree with chat. Amen. And I'm glad, as I said, I would like to make money. That's something great to make, and I think it's important to make. Nothing wrong with making money. But to not make money your god, or to make it the centerpiece, and like Blockbuster, for instance, they were so focused on making money, they lost all their money in their business. They went downhill. I will say about law and crime, I learned a lot from trials about conduct. I like seeing people from all different sexualities and political views and religions united together. So I do like things about it, and there's really good things in it. But I will say that I will not hesitate to call out anybody that's causing a problem. All right, or that, because I hate the ads. That's not a good user experience. It's also YouTube's fault. And you know what? I'll tell you all this. I look. I miss Blockbuster too. I love Blockbuster, and although I'm a youngster, I'm just a baby. I was at Blockbuster in 2007, in 2006, and 2005. I miss Blockbuster. So for my YouTube channel, I organically get subscribers, but also I'll tell you a little story about me, a little backstory about me. Is I what I did was I was running ads on Google, which is on YouTube itself, for my YouTube channel. So with my YouTube channel, I spent so my friend that I talked about, he was very into aliens like me, and he had this. Him and his father were able to did a lot of research. Also believed to be inspired by God to talk about these aliens and Planet 10 and stuff like that. And he knows about my YouTube channel, and I continued his work, and he was the one that researched it very extensively, and I researched it too, and I put YouTube content out there and music and all kinds of different topics, and I ran ads for the topics we talked about. And I was very glad to do that, and I've ran ads that got thousands and thousands of views, and I brought a lot of subscribers to the channel from there. Many people were inspired by the different videos that I put out from the ads, because there saw paranormal sightings that they weren't really how to explain it, and people were like to see what I had to say about the aliens in Nibiru. So many people, and there's also haters and trolls too. And I spent quite a some money to do that. And most YouTubers want to make money, but I was glad to spend money to show my content, to get more people to the channel and bring awareness about aliens and what I had to do. And all I asked myself is that if it was the last day of my life, what would I do? And it wasn't about the money. It was about doing this wonderful product. And I will remember that, because we all pass away. That's what I'll remember. That's what I did. The impact that I had. I can't take the money with me. And before that, I had a T blog, which I don't have. It is offline now. I just do YouTube now. And I had that. I remember about advertising for the website. And I used what I learned from there for YouTube. So I've done little things. But as I said, I was glad, as the dots connected in my future, to go and put ads out for the YouTube channel that I was creating. So it made sense later. Toby says, when money becomes the measure of your value, it tends to corrupt, because money buys power and power corrupts. I agree. As Ragnar Lothbrok from the Viking series said, power attracts the worst and it corrupts the best. Miranda says, used to be able to rent video games also right before it shut down. Crazy. Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree. I'm back. Loved Blockbuster. Used to get 3 movies and 2 games for the weekend. Nerd. Well, shout out to the nerds. You're in the right place. I liked getting, they had all kinds of videos there. I remember the VHS, but I remember I got the King Kong movie and the Superman movie, and I got snacks. It was very good. Guess what I did? When I was a teenager, when I was like an early adult, when I was 18 and 17, I had all these movies. And my friend next door, we loved watching movies online and also with DVDs I had. So I would bring snacks in my movies, and we would have a great time. So it was like I had a little Blockbuster of my own. Blockbuster fun. Now, my late husband worked for a very first video store in Westwood, California. Just before Blockbuster, when nobody had VCRs, and they rented the machine along with the tape. Oh, I didn't know that, Toby. That is so cool. Steve says, Blockbuster was fun. Being able to go cruise and check out movies, maybe bump into someone you know and get some good recommendations. Absolutely. That was so nice. Yeah. And Steve hated Roblox. Yeah, Miranda says, hell yeah. Facts. So you remember when they had the adult section? You're right, Miranda. It was the first nail in the coffin. Moki says, I was on vacation and talking to a young man about an ex who had a prawn addiction and would hide prawn all over the house. He couldn't wrap his mind around it around the house. Oh, Lord. Scared. Whew. And also, Blockbuster never had an adult section. Blockbuster never had an adult section, but 2020 Video did, and so did thousands of mom and pop video stores across the country who survived on their adult video rentals. All right, thank you for clarifying. All right, Port Royal will go. Why not just on his phone? I'm like, we didn't have cell phones, ding dong. Ah, okay. Or the internet for that matter. Exactly, exactly. When I was a teenager, says Alien, when was what last week? Oh yeah, yeah. It was last week, nearly a month. Yeah, I couldn't hide anything from you. You got me. You had to have a game plan because your rental copy may not be available sometimes. That sucked when you walk in and every box was gone. I hope these young guys stay away from prawn. It wraps your mind. I agree. I'm not interested in that stuff. I I'm just focused on doing my channel, the long crime. I like coding things, wink wink, like coding apps and things, wink wink, and stuff like that. Like I remember there'll be nights where I'll just like teach myself about coding and like working on little projects. Like one time I created this thing, a blog website where you have this like you could comment and make a post and stuff on it. It was just something on the local server, it wasn't something on the internet. And I like, doing stuff like that. But yeah, I agree with you. It could corrupt the mind. Definitely. Also, I liked working on my content. I like to entertain myself with different videos and movies. I like to watch funny videos on YouTube. I like being in nature. I do all kinds of things. Oh, we gotta go to Raven's Cove. Scared. I think I'm on like the opposite side. Let's see what the map says. Raven's Cove is like on the opposite area where we're supposed to be. You're not asking to dock. Okay. Well, let's go to Port Royal then. And not dock. Right on, Blue. Right on, Blue. Yeah, Blockbuster did have a distinct smell to it. Blockbuster was a family place, a true community hangout for everyone. 2020 videos was the pervs and weirdos. Steve, actually, and check to see who secretly was watching you and let down and real. Just they just did the same thing. Okay, front of Port Royal. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Moki, judging by OnlyFans, the desire to look at it is still there. Only the format's changed. I agree, Toby. Absolutely. People used to wait by the return box to get a new release. Ah, I see it. I see it. The legendary ship. Right on, Blue. Not gonna get upset for nothing. Moki says, Toby, OMG, you are right. It is taking young women down, selling their soul for money. Right, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if it has launched yet. Yeah, there it is, right there. Yeah, sometimes we do just need a soda. You are right, Miranda. I guess I don't. I pressed the wrong button. That's why we stopped. It has not launched yet. All right. I guess I don't even watch movies anymore. The mid '90s, mid 2000s was great era. All right, thank you, Zero. Yeah, digital prostitution. Right, an effed up idea of feminism. Exactly, it's a twisted idea because that's not what the feminism really is. Billy, my bro, I thought about you yesterday, Billy. I'm glad that you got my message to come out here telepathically. Hello, Greg. Good to see you, buddy. Moki, there is no it taking young women down. They'll selling their own souls. Very sad. Like young men who find manhood in being violent. These girls sell only thing they've got. Yeah, it's very sad. If someone is secretly watching you 2020 videos, you better make sure you have parking lot you can walk out with. There's still good movies being made. Don't give up. I've watched movies from Silent Days, stuff coming out. There's still very good stuff out there. Toby, breaks my heart. My kids who are aliens age are not so bleepalized like that. They would be embarrassed. True, Toby. I know there is. I'm just out of the loop. Don't subscribe to any streaming service. All right. do some sailing. On this trajectory, we should go into Raven's Cove. I like old movie freaks from the 30s. Oh yeah, those movies are very good. Absolutely. Oh yes, your thing about me last, especially the moon. Oh yeah, the moon was beautiful. I did a great stream about it. It was very well, a lot of people liked it. Moki says, Toby, I don't like the sound of that. All this transgender nonsense. Right. And Toby says, I only have a few. I watch figure skating on Peacock, had delivery through Paramount, Walmart, and Amazon, Disney, just because to be good and free. Yeah, Pizza Salad Bar. Shout out to Pizza Salad Bar. Everything is I just don't have that much to give in. All right, okay, Blue, thank you. I care about movies, but there are really cool documentaries still being made. Yeah, right on. Yeah, we're gonna dock. Oh, thank you, Moki. I'm glad you like the lights behind me. It's the Christmas lights. The cat likes the Christmas lights. All right, now I'm going to be docking. I don't think I have ever been in Pizza Hut. I always think of Jabba the Hutt when I hear Pizza Hut. All right, something that I want to do is I want to go into the cave of Padres del Fuego, and I want to try to get some of the minerals in there. I want to get the assassins. Oh, Steve, understood. Understood. All right. Raven's Cove. I'm trying to find the volcano. Don't see it. Go to Port Royal. Steve says, looks cool. I don't know. I just wrote that because commercial on TV was at. All right. Toby says, Taxi Driver was considered really violent in my day. Moki, I'm a boomer. I'm 70 this year. Oh, okay. Okay. Remember, Zero, I'm about to launch the ship again. So, here we go. Moki, she says, Toby Moki, I'm much cooler now than I was 20 or 30. Now I know stuff. Well, I'm glad that you learned through experience of life. Yeah, Robert De Niro movies are good. Now the legendary ship is lurking around. A little bit of change of course. If you're interested, Zero, to come on and we could attack the legendary ship, it's out if you want to. It's up to you. Yeah, yeah, Lauren. Yeah, that's cool. I like Shark Tale. Yeah. Yeah, that guy's a good actor. Yeah, Zero, we could go on your ship if you want. It's okay. Like, we could just go back on yours. Billy, they have been doing well. Shout out to them. They're doing well. All right. Moki says, here's a question. How much has Epstein did he change your viewing habits? I'm out on Tom Hanks and DiCaprio, sadly. Well, good question. Now, Now, look, I like actors, the movies that they do, and these people without even knowing their names. I like the content that they make, and I'll still watch their movies. And sometimes, like, you don't even know what an actor's name is, so I still like their movies that they did. But I will say them as a person, very shady. Especially if they're doing something illegal or knew about illegal stuff with Diddy. I think that is a disgrace, and it would cause me to view them in a little bit of a different way. View them a lot in a different way. So she says, being a Scientologist is one thing, but a rapist is another. Toby says she does not expect actors to be well behaved. I like Ghostbusters 2 and Gremlins and those type of movies. Hello, Alan. Good to see you. Yeah, there's. I like DiCaprio movies. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Oh, I love the Gremlin movie. Yeah. Yeah, Miranda, I can understand the actions of an actor can ruin your perception of them. Rocky was a good movie. But yeah, I love the Rocky movies. Yeah, Titanic was a very touching movie. Very touching. Oh yes. So, Billy, I've been studying about the Great Depression. That's what I've been doing. And like how it happened. And also I have been looking into some alien stuff recently. Some like different alien encounters that happened. And also Interstellar. Right. Also like looking also I've been looking at the planets, and I have been looking into Japanese stuff because of my daikon plants. I've been looking at the daikon plants. been eating some nice foods. I'm also researching cooking too. And as a hobby, the computer programming stuff, I was learning about how WebSockets work and how like a live chat, like how it works on a website, stuff like that. Very interesting content. Hello, Deleon L Auto Detailing. I'm glad to see you here. Oh yes, Alan. I'm sure you're very good at cooking. Yes, and I'm glad you like cooking also. And so basically, Deleon, I'm having a good time with my the trial chat friends I told you about, and some people from other parts of YouTube that I know. I'm also doing is we're watching this crazy trial today of this woman that murdered her husband, had her husband murdered by this guy Baker, and he was despicable, and he was into all kinds of crazy stuff, perverted stuff with like pornography, and they're trying to prove if the guy, if Monica is guilty of having him do it. So what they did was, he was grilled and roasted today by the defense. I mean, by the state. The state roasted him. Yes, great chat tonight. And we're saying if the prosecutor went too hard by talking about his past victims or not. So that is what we're talking about in the company law and crime that so Nash all day. And also I recommend Nash's channel, Deleon Auto Detailing. I've worked with him before. I've been on the job with him one time. And I've known him since first grade. I recommend his channel. Very cool people. And he also, so we're talking about this company that runs the trial chat and how they're very interested in cash money. And basically, they and about the corruption of companies. So basically, something happened where Blockbuster was taken aback by Netflix. They were offered to buy Netflix. And Netflix was not bought by Blockbuster, and Blockbuster went under. So we went on this big rant about Blockbuster, and we went on this rant about what was going on with that. My point about ads is that you do not need to have in-stream video ads to be successful. Money from them. That was my point from earlier. Waiting for this thing to go back up, but it's not. Yeah, Zero. I should have came a little bit earlier to the ship. I got a little bit sidetracked. But I'm glad that you're on the ball on it. Okay. I see what you're saying, Zero. Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, it's not really. Okay, let's see about landing if that works. All right. I'm doing this to reset it if the internet's acting weird in the game. Yeah, Zero, you could go back out if you wanted to. I'll probably go join you. It's neither this or that administration. They, as a collect, had to make big players on both sides to be released. That's becoming clear by day. True, Lauren, but this administration said they would release it in a couple of weeks ago. Pam Bondi even said recovered at the docks. Steve, yeah. They said that they don't release it before the week. Okay. All right, so the internet is working a little bit better now. So I want to address Deleon Auto Detailing. I've known him since first grade. He has a cool channel, and also so Deleon. So basically, we're talking about this trial company that we watch on YouTube, and how it was founded by somebody in CBS and somebody that worked on Court TV, and that's what we were talking about. And we are now got into a conversation about the Blockbuster, because Blockbuster was supposed to be bought out by Netflix, but Blockbuster didn't buy Netflix and they went under. So that was my point, that when people in a company focuses on making money only, they go under. I just want to focus on making a good product and making a wonderful thing and being focused on a user experience. Well, shout out to the lovely, beautiful Capri Law. Glad that you're here with us. Thank you for stopping by with us. Thank you. Yeah, Capri, we were talking earlier about the baker's testimony and how the cross examination was going, and people feel that her mentioning the names of the people that weren't supposed to be mentioned could cause a problem for the defense, and so that's what we were talking about. And Baker, and a lot of explicit things are talked about, and Baker wanted to walk away and get out the room. And yeah, it was really cringe. Yeah, absolutely Capri Law. Yeah. See, follow him into the cave. Okay, he's over here. And all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the tunnel into the cave, kind of like the pool rooms. Well, you're at the right place. You want to learn how to cook. Absolutely. Oh, he waved at me. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go into the cave where the assassins are, and I need a few more to complete that part of the quest. That's where I'm going to be heading to. I'm going to go and figure out where it is, and you come along with me, or if you know exactly where it is sooner than I do, that's fine too. But I remember where it is, but I may not remember. I think it's right over here. Well, thank you, Miranda. Glad that you like my pirate. Capri said she thought the state was out of line. Yeah, Capri, we were talking about that earlier, about mentioning the names. And also, we were talking about that and how it could cause the defense more problems. Okay, so I'm trying to find the other part of this. LOL Blue. We're going into the part where the catacombs. Sometimes I have issues finding it. Capri, I have a question. Do you think, in your opinion, that the state that the appeal could work for Monica's favor, considering how the state acted? Do you think that there's a possibility that she could win an appeal? All right, keep forward. Moki, there is no logistics. She was just dirty hoe that liked showing her cooler. She basically advertising. Okay, Capri, thank you. Okay. Also, then again, after our hour in the courtroom, reporters said the judge could not mention names when audio was off. All right, understood. Thank you, thank you. All right, Zero. I need to find some assassins. Scared. Capri, I want Alien to do an after party and weekend trial chat. Play and replay. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that's a great idea, chat. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like that. Sounds hilarious. Oh, I see them. Yeah. Let's see. Trying to see exactly. Because I see them on the radar. I'm just about to walk into one. They go this way. Yes, I was. I drank water a little bit ago, That's what I was doing. All right, here we go. All right, Zero. I'm in the area. All right, another assassin. I give my kids grief for watching this kind of stuff, and they think I'm doing so the same. I'm not. Absolutely. I'm scared. I'm telling you, if you really want to get creeped out, check out Kirby Sullivan arrest story. I promise you, it's not like a similar case. All right. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, so basically now the next thing is the undead raiders. Let's see. I'm gonna check the list. Thank you, Zero, so much for helping out. All right, I have to go where the undead raiders are. Yeah, Zero, we could get out of there now if you want to. All right. Now I'm down. Oh no. Okay. I'm reading a book by Anne Rice called The Servant of the Bones, and the spirits of the book drink water. It's how they feel the book love. Oh, look, we both got in the same cell. We're both cellmates. Oh, yeah, we got a skeleton in there. Yeah, we're both cellmates. Now you got some zombie thing right there. All right, we're gonna get out of this. All right, I have to get some. The last thing we have to get is the undead raider. And she thinks she's a man and speaks for her mental health. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we on this channel when I was talking about creepypastas, we talked about the we talked about that on the channel about the Slenderman case. All right, so basically what I'll tell you, Billy, is that with daikon, it could be. This is what I was learning. It could the whole plant is edible, and the flowers can be used in salads, and the leaves can be used in miso soup. It could be eating as a salad, and daikon is very good benefits to it. And it could be cooked. And there's a certain thing I was learning about where, all right, understood, Zero. Have a good break. So you take some daikon and you put it in a dish, to be cooked, and you go and simmer it, and you cook it, and you make it similar to how like it's a samurai dish. You make it how like the samurai would eat it. So that was a dish that I was learning about. You cut a couple of pieces up and you put it in the bowl to, not the bowl, but it's on the stove to cook it. So that's some stuff that I was learning about it. Yes, the Slenderman girl was influenced by the internet. Let's see. I guess it's in the catacombs. I'm not quite sure what the undead raiders are. Okay, so we're just gonna go and look for them. Okay, chat. Thanks for the information. Thanks for the information. Yeah, that's crazy, Steve and Capri. Yeah. Lawrence said, "My mom would slender man my arse if I tried to use that as an excuse for murdering. I'd be begging to go to prison than to let my mom find out." Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, well, you have good parents. You have a good mom. You have, other people don't have good parents. Good parents or a good mom or dad. Yes, I remember that, Lauren. Yeah. It was heartbreaking. Hey, hey, hello there. Whoa. I'm trying to find a spot. Hilarious, Lauren. Hilarious. All right, so Zero. I'm trying to find where the undead raiders are. Do you know where they are exactly? Probably in the catacombs. All right, all right, Moki. No problem. All right, Moki. Have a good weekend. Thank you for coming. Facts. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, it worked later. I'm scared. Yeah, shout out to Moki. Let's go to where Zero is. In Capri, I hope that you're having a very good day. I'll rephrase that. Capri, I hope that you're having a good day. I hope all of chat is doing well as well too. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Capri. I hope she stops by sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, I see one of them where I was looking for. Ah, here they are. All right, all right. They got me. All right. I'm scared. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great. All right, we'll see if I'm able to survive. I use volume master. I have trouble with sound. Ah, okay, okay, understood. Hello, Marie. Good to see you. Yeah, and Marie was here. I didn't even see her there. She says, "Just say hi real quick, dude. It's so quiet here." Yeah, well, Marie, I'm glad that you came to visit us and tell us hello. I didn't even notice you there for a second. They were talking about a variety of different things and trials and movies and stuff. Well, thank you, Zero, for trying to help out. Volume Master, okay. Thank you for letting us know what that is. Murray, I'm doing good. Today we're watching some Cringe trial today, and they had testimony that was very spicy, and it was really wild. It was really crazy, and that's what we were talking about. All right. Yeah, so I'm doing good. I had a great day today with my trial chat friends and a very good stream. Also, I'll tell you that, earlier I had a Wi-Fi problem and it was really messed up, but I was able to get it fixed and here we are now. So, Marie, I hope that you're doing good. I'd like to know how you're doing if you want to say it, or if not, I hope that everything's going well with you. Thank you. I'm glad that you came here to tell us hi. It means a lot to me. Good night, beautiful Earthlings, and good night to the infamous and amazing alien. Love you, big. Right, Capri. Good night to you, and I so appreciate you so much coming here, and hope to see you soon in the trial chats. Yeah, cringe faux show. All right. This game was meant to be a multiplayer game, in my opinion. All right, look at this punk right here. Haha. I want to watch the last week's show, but I completely overslept. I nearly missed Creature Feature 2. Well, yeah, it's a cool channel with scary movies on it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Zero. I mean, not Zero. Alan. Not Zero. I'm in the game with Zero. That's why I got mixed up for a second. I'm fine. Visited my best friends 2 weeks ago. I wasn't home to watch your show then either. A lot of changes going on. Other than that, I'm good. Thanks so much for asking, Hans. All right, Marie. Thank you for stopping by and chilling with us for a moment. Yeah, some of my treasure chests are full, so I picked up what I could get out of it. But thank you. All right, got some gold. Got some. Got some gold. Got a treasure chest. Yeah, this is stuff I did not pick up yet. All right. Uh-oh, man down. Not that. I'm in a jam here. Let's see. I want to defeat these enemies right now. All right, let's help the guy now. I'm afraid to watch political commentary. I avoid it so much. Old. I don't have to buy into it. I don't want to. I have enough to worry about. Does home. Understood. Yeah, Toby. I don't know if you'd be the biggest fan of that one. He's a cool dude. I'm on that show all the time, but I don't know if you would be a big fan of the show. But thank you for giving ABL a shout out, Steve. I'm his last call closer on that show, and he taught me how to do streaming. He's a cool dude, but I understand the politics is not for everybody. Yes, I did, and I'm going to be returning to Cuba, but we'll be here for a moment if you need any kind of help. Zero. All right, but thank you, Zero, for helping out. It's this one, I think. It's this one. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna go to Cuba. Thank you, Zero, so much for helping out in the game. All right, all right. 60 views. Wow. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see about what happens with Tiadama. You've done well. All that remains is the sacred voodoo chant to restore life, and you must learn it to listen as your life depends on it. Okay, I'm ready to go ahead. Give Senior Fantico the potion and chant this. Life is life, die as die, time to make spirits fly. I hope for your sake it works now. Alright, Raven's Cove. Now, soon I'll be ending the stream, by the way. Soon. We're going to go to Raven's Cove real quick and see how that goes. Oh, okay, Toby, understood. And Toby, I'm glad you're able to come here and see the stream. That means a lot to me. Yeah. That dog is in charge. Now it's saying to go back to Tiadama. No, the Tai Dama. That's probably how it's something like that. I'm pronouncing that completely wrong, probably. Alright, it's going to go back to Cuba. Zero, I've not gotten to that yet. But we'll see. You've here because Jack needs me, aren't you? How can Ty help? This might be a different quest. This might be a different quest. I'm not too sure. This is a different quest, actually. But, let's see. It says, well, it seems Jack is cursed. He no longer can win the poker games, and his pockets are quickly emptying, trying to run back and didn't see to do the trick. Youth in the future alien spaceship, we need to treasure your youth. They've got the spark of life. Thank you so much, Toby. I really appreciate that. Anything you could do to help him. Dream any things that Tia can. Helping dear Jack is one of them. Is a potion that Ty can help. First, you need the clothes from Jolly Roger. Men, and then the brutes and the pirates will do. You also need to defeat the unfortunate Fabio. Whoa! Synchronicity, chat. Synchronicity. The person in the story is named Fabio in the pirate game. Wow. Him and the voodoo powers are acquired if Tia makes the charm for Jack. It is the crucial that you complete these tasks. Return when you're done. Let's see something here. Now you've taken the essence of your enemies. You mighty voodoo warrior, almost defeat some of Davy Jones' minions to get your staff. Even greater power. Defeat 30 dregs. All right. That island that we were on where Davy Jones's people are. All right. Well, certainly we'll have Zero help me out with that one. Lord Dewey, Brian. All right, dogs of the future, cats of the past. I'm here from the True Crime Chats. Toby, he's about 15 pounds and tiny body. Some people, cats are the future. Cats are the future for me, but I'm just more of a dog guy. Toby, Hans talked to me about true crime last time. Sounded interesting. Alan passed out. Cats have ways to go with their domestic evolution. Dogs have a head start about 40,000 years on them. I like dogs and cats. I like both. Well, that's good that y'all go hiking every day. Absolutely. And Toby says, crime is psychology, the worst of humans, and occasionally some of the best. Plus, transparent justice system is a good thing. It goes from boring to utter tragedy. And Zero, I'll be working on the the game with the voodoo staff quest. I'll be definitely working on it quite a bit, and you could help me with it. That'd be nice. Which of course you will. And also, this chat tonight, a very cool chat. And as I said, I'm probably, as I said, about to be ending it. And yeah, I like talking about true crime everywhere. It's funny to me that he said BRB, and it's been a while. I smoked. Ah, okay, okay. You like the dancing? Yeah. Yes, Zero understood. I'll check something really quick. Got a little bit more time left. Okay, Toby. It was a privilege and honor having you here, and I really appreciate the compliments. Good night to you and your Chihuahua, your master. And I will see you on the next streams. All right, Steve. Thank you. Peace out to you. You stayed quite a while. Thank you. We're all like dancing in sync with each other now. Okay, okay, understood. Understood. Marie said, "Us guys are in sync. It's like a Beyonce video." Scared. Yeah, we are the alien Beyonces. All right, right in front of me. Love and peace. Facts. Alien Beyonces. Yes. Yes. They got me walking slow now. There's a way to disable this. Okay. We can look into that. All right. We'll certainly look at that, Blue. All right, so basically now we've reached the end of the stream, and I want to thank all of you for being here and hanging out with me. This stream was on fire tonight. It was an amazing stream, and I appreciate all of you for coming. And I wish all of you a good evening, good night, and peace.